You know what the cruelest sound in the world is, the narrator begins softly. It's not a scream. It's not even the sound of fists hitting skin. It's laughter. That sharp, mocking laughter when you're standing alone, surrounded, and you know they've chosen you as their target. For Kayla Harrison, that laughter was a daily soundtrack. Kayla was 16 when it began. A quiet girl with brown hair always tied back, sleeves that were often too long because her family couldn't afford new clothes, and sneakers with frayed laces. She didn't talk much in class, and in a high school like Lincoln High, silence made you stand out. The louder kids smelled weakness, and Kayla's silence was like blood in the water. The ringleader was Brittany Cole, the kind of girl who walked hallways like they were runways. She had a following of 3 or 4 girls who laughed at every insult she spat. Brittany's favorite pastime. Making Kayla's life unbearable. Hey, thrift shop. Nice shoes. Are they from the garbage? Brittany sneered one morning as Kayla bent down at her locker. The hallway erupted in laughter. Kayla's hands trembled as she tightened her laces. She wanted to disappear. She wanted to vanish into the floor. But she just kept her head down and whispered, "They're fine." "They're not fine," Brittany shot back. "You're not fine. You're pathetic." The words stung more than anything. Kayla didn't fight back. Not because she couldn't, but because she had been taught all her life to stay invisible. To avoid confrontation. To survive quietly. But what nobody knew was that every evening, in a small gym across town, Kayla Harrison was different. Her uncle, a former martial artist, had taken her under his wing since she was 10. After school, when most kids went home to video games or hung out at malls, Kayla stepped barefoot onto tatami mats. She practiced judo, grappling, striking, her body learning discipline, her spirit learning resilience. Every throw, every punch, every sweat-drenched evening gave her strength she never showed at school. Her uncle told her, "The world out there will test you. But strength is not about showing off. It's about knowing you can end it, but choosing when." Still, no matter how skilled she became, she returned to school every day like a shadow. Hiding her fire. Taking the insults. Until one Friday, everything changed. That morning, Brittany cornered Kayla in the cafeteria. It was loud, filled with chatter, and Kayla had hoped to slip through unnoticed. But Brittany wasn't in the mood to let her slide. She grabbed Kayla's tray and dumped the food onto the floor. Oops. Guess clumsy runs in your family. The cafeteria fell silent. Dozens of eyes turned. Kayla froze, shame flooding her. Her face burned, her throat ached, but before she could move, Brittany shoved her. Kayla stumbled, nearly falling. And then, the laughter came. That sharp, cruel sound. Inside, something broke. Not her spirit. No. It was the dam she had built to contain it. For the first time, Kayla lifted her eyes. She looked straight at Brittany, and her gaze wasn't weak. It wasn't pleading. It was steady. Cold. Brittany blinked, uneasy. She hadn't expected defiance. But Kayla didn't act. Not yet. She picked up her tray, set it aside, and walked out of the cafeteria without a word. But her silence was different this time. Everyone felt it. That night, Kayla didn't cry herself to sleep like before. Instead, she trained harder than ever. Every punch into the heavy bag echoed Brittany's voice. Every throw was for the laughter she endured. Sweat mixed with tears, but there was steel in her veins now. She whispered to herself in the mirror before bed, "No more." The next week, the bullies would push too far. And Kayla Harrison would finally show them who she really was. It was a Wednesday afternoon, gym class. The teacher had stepped out for a moment, and that was all Brittany needed. She and her crew circled Kayla near the bleachers. "You think you're too good to answer now?" Brittany hissed, shoving her shoulder. "What's wrong, Kayla? Cat got your tongue." Kayla didn't respond. She adjusted the strap of her gym bag. Her silence only fueled them. Another girl tugged at Kayla's hair. "She's like a doll. Doesn't even fight back." The group laughed. But then Brittany pushed harder, forcing Kayla against the wall. "Say something, loser." Kayla's eyes lifted. That same steady, piercing gaze. And then, softly, but firmly, she said, I told you. No more. Brittany scoffed. Or what? The shove came harder this time. But Brittany's hand never landed the way she expected. In a flash, Kayla's arm hooked, her body shifted, and Brittany was on the ground before she realized what had happened. Gasps filled the gym. Kayla stood still, calm, while Brittany scrambled up, red-faced. You think you can, Brittany lunged again. This time, Kayla moved quicker. A clean hip throw, controlled but powerful. Brittany hit the mat with a thud that silenced every voice in the room. Her followers hesitated. One stepped forward, but Kayla's sharp, grounded stance stopped her cold. The confidence in Kayla's body was unshakable. For the first time, the bullies saw not weakness, but fire. Kayla didn't hit them. She didn't gloat. She simply stood tall, breathing steady, eyes unwavering. This ends today, she said, her voice carrying through the gym. The teacher returned seconds later, confused by the hush. Students whispered, eyes wide. Word spread faster than wildfire. By the end of the day, everyone knew the girl they called weak had destroyed the queen bee in front of everyone. But Kayla didn't revel in it. She walked home quietly, as always. Yet something